What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Jay on the track, and I'm back with another one. This time we making breakfast for the fam. I'm gonna be making some tostones with some quesadillas, egg and cheese. Well, it's cheeseless. We doing a little vegan here, so vegan vegetarian recipe. So we're not gonna be using real cheese, but I'll show you what cheese I'm gonna be using in the second half of this video. But first, I'm gonna start off with some plantains. I use 4 plantains, 4 mini peppers, half an onion, and 5 eggs. You could switch it up if you want to use a whole bell pepper, whole onion, more eggs, less eggs, more plantains, whatever. But yeah, and my plantains are not totally green. I like mine yellowish because I like a little sweetness with my tostones. But you know, whatever way you choose to make it, it's your life. So let's get into it. Alright, so you want to start off by cutting up your peppers into thin, fine diced pieces. Cut all them seeds out and all that other stuff. I'm not a professional chef, so don't come at my knife skills. I cut it and I gets the job done, you feel me? So yeah, just cut that up fine and cut your onion up fine into thin slices because it's gonna go real good with the quesadilla when you cut it real small like that. The big chunks, it just kind of make it fall apart. Once you get to the onion, one thing I learned about onions, because you know how they always make us cry, don't cut the butt. Just start dicing it without even touching that part. I cut it long ways, and then I come down and I cut it into squares, and then I cut it all out. That's just one way I learned how to dice it into like really fine pieces. Then once you finish that, you can mix it all up and just go all the way around on your onion and then cut it out as such. Now once you mix everything all together, you want to get some oil, put it in the pan, get the pan nice and hot. I put oil in both of my pans just so I don't have to keep grabbing it. I put it in my plantain pan and I put it in my saute pan. And I put it over medium high heat. Don't want to make it too hot, but once it gets hot and bubbling around the edges, just throw your veggies in the pot and coat them with the oil and let them get brown. Now while your veggies are browning over there, come over here and get your eggs ready. So I'm gonna put all my eggs in a cup right now, a little measuring cup, and I add coconut milk to it because I just like the fact that they kind of make them a little more fluffier and creamier when I add the vegan cheese. So I do that, and then I add my salt and pepper, stir it up, give it a nice mix, like make sure it's all yellow and uniform, and then I'm gonna add it to the pot with the veggies once they're browned. Alright, back in this pot with these onions and these peppers, everything looking brown, so it's time to add these eggs and just mix everything around and incorporate it all together. And once everything is mixed up well, I'm going to let it cook fully and thoroughly and make sure I chop it up a little bit because sometimes it gets real clumpy when you add ingredients and stuff. So yeah, just gonna chop it up a little bit and turn the fire off because we are done with our eggs. And now we back at the cutting board preparing our plantains. So while you're preparing these, I would advise you to cut the oil on, not super high, but just like medium high heat or medium heat, just to start getting it warm because it's not gonna take too long to cut these plantains open. And you hungry, you want to eat, right? So make sure you do that and start prepping that oil. while you prepping them plantains. And when you cut your plantains, just cut them in medium-sized chunks. You don't want to cut them too small because remember, we're making tostones here. So we're going to smash them and then fry them again. These are the twice fried plantains. So yeah, medium size, and then just throw them in your heat, in your oil. And you got a nice little brown on them, just start flipping them around. And then once they're fully brown all around, just take them out. I add parchment paper to my cutting board so they don't get stuck on there. And I have like a little green mug that I just smash them. It's flat on the bottom. You just want something flat on the bottom. And smash them. And then you add them back to your oil and fry them on both sides until they're golden brown. And then they're ready to come out. And I add a little salt and pepper to them. And we're done. Just drain them on a napkin because you don't want all that excess oil. Now we're gonna make our cheese sauce. I use Chow Mexican shreds and coconut milk. And for the wraps, I use Mission whole wheat wraps. So I add the cheese to the pot, the vegan cheese. And I added some coconut milk with that because it does not melt like regular cheese. So it needed a carrier to help it get creamy and gooey and nice. So yeah, that was about a 1/4 cup cheese and about a 1/2 cup coconut milk. Now we're gonna set up a station once that's done with the egg and the cheese. So first you put down your wrap, and then you get your egg, and then you add the cheese on the top or cheese on the bottom, whichever way you like your cheese. Just make sure you get it in there. Just like that. And I folded it over and I made about 4 of these quesadilla wraps out of all the ingredients. So once you're done making your wraps, you put them to the griddle, get them brown on both sides, let it get a little stiff, and now you're done. Now it's time to plate it. I put my quesadilla on my plate. Look at that gooiness. And my tostones, and then I add a little salsa because the salsa tastes so good with the quesadillas. And yeah, there you have it. If you liked this video, if you thought it was useful, if you're looking for vegetarian recipes because you have no idea what to make, leave a comment, like, subscribe. You definitely want to subscribe because I'll have more coming soon. Peace.